Hello? Hi guys, my name's Barry and welcome back to the channel. We've got some Scream 7 news today. Not only do we have the working title for Scream 7, but we've got some theories behind the working title because there's always a reason for a working title, as well as finding out roughly when the film starts being made. So it's estimated that the movie starts filming around about early 2024 in Canada, and that's obviously depending on the writer strikes. If the writer strikes last a little bit longer or even a lot longer, then the film could be delayed by a number of months. But if everything goes well, then they're looking at early 2024 in Canada. Now, I know that people have mentioned that in Canada it's going to be really cold and snowy, which would maybe make for a good setting for a Scream movie. If they do start filming at the very beginning of 2024 and it is filmed in the snow, then we could be looking at a Christmas 2024 release date. Not only would it have snow in the film, but it would come out in December just like Scream 1 and Scream 2. So that would be quite nice to have a Christmassy Scream film for the first time since 1997, but at the same time, a lot of people want the movie to come out in October for Halloween, which would also be fitting because it is a horror movie at the end of the day. But I don't think, no Scream movie has ever been released on or around Halloween, so that would be the very first time that happens, which again would be quite nice. On the other hand though, I don't think it's been set or shot in Canada because it's going to be set in Canada. I think they've got some relaxed tax breaks in Canada that it's quite cheaper than set or filming it in, for example, New York, if it's going to be set in New York again. I know that in Glasgow in Scotland over here, they film a lot of big movies like the Batman, Fast and the Furious, etc. They all film over here because it's a lot cheaper to do so, and they just make it look like the US. So I think they'll probably do the same in Canada. It's a little bit cheaper to film in Canada, so it might not be anything to do with wanting to get snow or set it in Canada, etc. They're probably just filming it there because it might be slightly cheaper, but still look like the US. So let's move on to the working title. The working title is called Blackbird. That's been confirmed apparently. When I say confirmed and apparently, that sounds strange, but yes, apparently it has been confirmed as Blackbird. Now, I do follow on Instagram You Run Podcasts, so shout out to them because they gave me the idea for this. They mentioned about the meaning of the word Blackbird and why Blackbird is possibly being used as the working title. If you look online, the word Blackbird or the meaning of the Blackbird, it says here, it makes the creature a symbol of death, change, magic and mystery. That screams out to me Stu Macher, and I know that there's a lot of people going to start shouting, Stu's dead, Stu's dead. He's not dead. He's not dead until he's been confirmed as dead in the movies, and I don't mean just on a billboard. I don't mean people just not talking about him or him not appearing. People can be dead in films, even confirmed dead, until they're not. Scream 4, Kirby died. And if there wasn't going to be a Scream 5, for all we know, Kirby's dead. And that's it. So Kirby was dead until she was confirmed not dead anymore. Anyone can be brought back to life for any reason whatsoever. And it's the exact same as Stu Macher. He's not really dead. Nobody talks about Stu being dead. So for all we know, he's still alive. For what reason? I don't know yet. Where was he living? I don't know. I don't know anything. All I know is they can easily bring back any character they want in any fashion that they want. And Stu is a prime example. Now, when you look at the meaning of Blackbird, you've got death, change, magic and mystery. What if they're trying to tell us there's not going to be magic, of course, ignore that part, but death, someone's going to be brought back to life, not literally, but metaphorically. So maybe Stu has always been alive, and in this movie it's going to be confirmed that Stu is going to come back as hopefully the killer. The meaning of Blackbird also goes on to represent tricksters as well. So again, maybe the filmmakers are tricking us into thinking that Stu was dead when in actual fact he's still alive. Or they could flip it. Maybe in Scream 7 it might look as if Stu's still alive. There might be questions. We might be going, oh, wait a minute. Stu could possibly still be alive. And then when it's revealed at the very end that we think it's going to be Stu Macher, it's not. They'll confirm at the very end of the movie that Stu's actually dead. So they could trick us into thinking he's still alive. They could also trick us into thinking he's dead until the reveal at the end of the movie when we see Stu as one of the killers. One thing's for certain is it's certainly heating up with Scream just now. We've got the filming is almost confirmed as the beginning of 2024, again dependent on the writer strikes. We've even got the working title for it. All we need now is that cast to start getting announced. The returning cast members will obviously be announced first, and then we'll get some new actors coming in there who are going to be playing new characters. But of course, if there are any returning characters that they don't want us to know about, then we'll probably not know about that until either later on, or if there's leaks, or we might not even know it until the movie is actually out, which I would definitely prefer. If Matthew Lillard did come back as Stu, obviously I wouldn't want to know until I see the movie, because that would be the biggest shock ever. Even though people are expecting Stu to come back, or people are wanting Stu to come back, there's always something in the back of your mind, whether you want him to come back or not, you're expecting to see him. So for me, with the last two Scream movies, I wasn't expecting to see Stu, but I thought because there's an opportunity to bring him back and he didn't, then that is what disappointed me. So when Scream 7 comes out, I'll still have that level of disappointment if I don't see him. So I just really want to see him. But what are your thoughts anyway, guys? Do you think Stu's coming back? Do you want Stu to come back? Is Stu dead? What do you think about the working title Blackbird? Lots of questions there. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
To get you, Barbara.
Ever played in the cat?
Someone's in